Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is June the 4th, 2019, and we've decided to try an experiment this year with using straw bales to plant in. So we started conditioning them, and we've been trying to hold the stuff in the greenhouse for the tomatoes, and our weather just kind of didn't want to cooperate for us this year, so we're just now getting our tomatoes in the ground. So last night it was like 39 degrees, which is very unusual for us here in Pennsylvania. So what we're doing here is we're cutting down through the straw bales to make a hole for our stuff. So what you do then is you pull that out and off. And we had a little bit of an issue with getting our straw bales to heat up, so we took our grass clippings, because we don't use any chemicals on our lawn, and we put them over the straw bales to help heat them up, to break them down quicker. So once we get our hole made, like over here, then we start putting our compost in. And we mix the compost and the straw bale together. And we do have these made wet. Just gives your plants roots to grow. So that lets your plants, the roots of the plants, be able to expand out. And this one here is being made wet, so we can put the compost in it then. So these bales here are really tight. So we're not sure if the tightness of the straw bales is going to help or hinder it, but we're trying it. So this one here has already been mixed up, and we're going to be putting in some Epsom salt, some tomatoes alive. We're going to put in a little bit of sugar to make your tomatoes sweet. And I'm going to be putting some oatmeal in to help give the plants nutrients as they grow. So I'm adding a handful of Epsom salt to the planting spot. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of tomatoes alive. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of tomatoes alive to the planting hole. And I'm adding 1 teaspoon of sugar. And I'm adding a handful of oatmeal. And then this will all get mixed in. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all of this up in here. Get this all mixed in together so we don't burn the plant root systems. Yep. There we go. So this is all mixed up now, and it's ready for planting. So this is one of the giant paste tomatoes here, and we're going to start planting it here. So this is the root system on it, and this will get roughed up for when we plant it. The roots will go out into the straw bale.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and... So I already have the food mixed in the planting hole.
Okay.
And we put the tomato in. Now we are going to put compost up over the stem. You can see here the roots are starting to come out on the stem here. And when I do tomatoes in the greenhouse again, providing they're not a determinate variety and they're an indeterminate, I will go ahead and pinch them to keep them from just growing all over the place, because I had to hold these a lot longer than normal this year because our weather just would not cooperate for us. So they got a lot taller than what I wanted them to.
I'll get a stake down.
So this will need stake then. The tomato will definitely need stake. Now what you want to do after you plant these is you'll want to make sure that you water them. So we're going to put a tomato cage.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Over this. Wait. We got to put that inside there. And then what we'll do is we'll tie the back of this fast to here. They kind of fell over in the greenhouse because they got so large. And the trays just kind of fell over with them. And then they started growing like this.
Do you want it down further?
Yeah, go ahead and push it down more. A little bit more support there. And then what you want to do, as this grows, just go ahead and we'll actually tie a band around this and tie it fast to one of the rings of the cage to keep it growing up for us.
Just have to water it.
So this one here is done. All we have to do now is just water it and
then band it.
tie it fast and wait for it to grow. So we're just getting this watered in here. You want to make sure that your water isn't hot. So today is June 15th, and we got the tomatoes put in the straw bales. And what we actually did was we put compost on top of the plantings, and then we recovered the compost and where we put the tomatoes at with the straw. Now we did feed these with blood meal, and we've been feeding them with that just to keep getting them the nutrients. Now this is the first time we've ever tried this. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but we're going to give it a try. We did put stakes in, and we put wire, and then we used twisty, that Miracle-Gro twisty tie material to tie the plants up with, and we did leave some spacing so that the tomatoes had room to grow. And we did put some tomatoes down in the hollow garden. Now those are not in straw bales, they're just in the regular ground. And even though we're in June, we're still getting some nights where the temperatures are getting down in the 40s, which is very unusual for us here in Pennsylvania in Zone 5B for this time of the year. But when it does that, it slows the growth of your plants down a lot. Now, one thing that we did, any leaf that was touching the straw bale, that came off. We didn't let any of those on there like that, so to try and help prevent any type of disease or blight from hitting them. So as these continue to grow, I will come back with more videos and I will show them to you. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. I'll tell you when I put a new video on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!